Good morning, salute. You are now rocking with the best Chip Game Sports TV. And I am on my migration to work, coming home from the Great Manassas and headed to the Great McLean, VA to put down an awesome work day. Wanted to talk real quick about Ezekiel Elliott, and while I was happy with what Stephen Jones said yesterday, even if it was a political statement or whatever have you. So Stephen Jones, when asked about Ezekiel Elliott, gave him, in my opinion, a little bit of praise for being and working or playing through injury, and for being there next year. He said he will be there next year. He's under contract, and that's pretty much the bottom line of it. So many people this year, especially after those first 6 games, first 7, 8 games, wanted to throw Ezekiel Elliott away, get rid of him, this and that. I think a lot of the woes of Ezekiel Elliott was scheming, play calling, and poor offensive line play. You want to get rid of somebody, let's work on the offensive line coaches. Let's work on the coaches in general, because Ezekiel can't block and run the ball. What you want him to do? Also, they just should have schemed some stuff better. But a good line gives you a good Zeke, gives you a good Dak, gives you great production for the football Cowboys. There's no doubt. That was shown in the beginning of the year when they were playing fast and furious and aggressive. But somehow they got away from that. I just don't know why. But we got to admit that Kellen Moore was learning on the job. This year, too, he will still be learning on the job. I just hope that Coach McCarthy would step in and give some input, walk these sidelines, whisper in some ears, override some things. You have got to do what you got to do to put your team in the best position to win. That's starting with that offensive line, with Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott. So many different questions are being raised about the Cowboys, and whether it's the running back position, the defensive linemen, wide receivers. I think the greatest thing that the Dallas Cowboys can do with this salary cap that should be bumped up in the 2023 season, I think, due to TV contracts, what have you. What the Cowboys need to do is go ahead and restructure guys as you can. Let's kick some of this money down the road a little bit. See some of this money on the back end. Bring back as many of your guys as you can. Stephen Jones also mentioned that there ain't gonna be no big splashes in free agency, and I'm not mad at that. Word was Tyrone Matthew, free agent, bring him to Dallas. But I'm not for bringing him to Dallas for $15 million when you prove that safety that you brought in a couple of guys for $1 million that does a solid job for you. So let's get these $1 million guys in here. Let's get away from wanting something great. Dallas Cowboy fans got to remember is no matter how we thought our season ended as a Dallas football fan, we did well. Aaron Rodgers was bounced out of the first round just like us. Tom Brady was sitting home for the Super Bowl just like us. And on and on and on. 32 teams in the NFL wanted a trophy. They didn't get it. And so we've been blessed from time to time. Although it's been some years where we haven't had that championship, you know, hey, it's been a ton of time since Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson, who we say are two of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. It's been quite a while since they hoisted the Lombardi Trophy. So let's just press pause, you know, put a lot of the chatter on the brakes. Let's stop sucking our thumbs, sitting in the corner, talking about how bad life is because we didn't make it to the Super Bowl. You did some great things. You got one to grow on, and we can get better. Started with the offensive line. I think you keep Ezekiel Elliott. What happens next year isn't our concern, but the year coming, let's keep Ezekiel Elliott, put much of these guys back together as we can, and let's go at it again. I think we could make something happen. Well, I'm stuck in some ridiculous traffic. We're moving just a little bit. I'm about 30 minutes out. I'll be there, and that's all good. I'm glad to be alive. How about you? It's game day, baby.